Hello friends, welcome to Electronic Circuit Hub. So today we will understand op-amp monostable. Okay, so why it is called monostable? Because it has at least one stable state, right? So we have already seen the design and simulation for astable mode. In astable mode, it has no stable state, while in monostable multivibrator, it has at least one stable state. So the application of monostable multivibrator, it is used as a waveform generator. Okay, so we will understand design, we will run the simulation and see the waveform of monostable multivibrator while you applying a trigger pulse. Here is a trigger pulse. So this is the basic circuit diagram of op-amp monostable multivibrator, right? So this is operational amplifier LT1413, and this is the output which is connected to the R1 and R2, and it is fed back to the non-inverting terminal. This is the feedback fraction Vita. Then there is a feedback which is connected to the inverting terminal, and in inverting terminal a charging circuit is connected. Okay, this is diode and this is capacitor. Okay, the non-inverting terminal is connected to the diode D2, a resistor R4 and a capacitor C2. And here for a trigger pulse, I've used a voltage source to generate a trigger pulse. Okay, so this is basically nothing. It is a pulse which is negative voltage, negative trigger, minus 12 volt, and its delay time is 100 millisecond, rise time, fall time 1 microsecond, and pulse duration is 10 millisecond, and total time period is 174 millisecond, right? So now if you want to calculate the feedback fraction beta, how do you calculate? So you can find this formula anywhere in Google. So feedback fraction beta equals to R1 divided by R1 plus R2, where your R1 is 30K and R2 is 30K. If you solve this 30K divided by 30K plus 30K, you will get 0.5, right? This is feedback fraction. So now if you want to calculate the time period T, so the time period T equals to RC ln, that is natural log R1 divided by R1 plus R2. If R1 and R2 both are same, in our case it is 30K, you can further solve this formula and you will get 0.693 into R into C, right? Where R is 150K and C is 1 microfarad. If you put these value 150K and 1 microfarad here, you will get 104 millisecond. So this is your time period, total time period, right? So the charging time of this capacitor is charged when you apply a negative trigger pulse. So the charging time is given by RC ln 1 plus beta divided by 1 minus VD. VD is diode forward volt divided by VCC, right? If VD equals to 0.7, VCC equals to 12 volt, R equals to 150K, C equals to 1 microfarad, you get 70 millisecond for of charging time of this capacitor C1 when you apply a negative trigger here as a input. So total time period between two trigger pulse, if you want to apply two trigger pulse, that is one trigger then another trigger, so the delay time between two trigger pulse should be 104 plus 70 millisecond, which is equal to 174 millisecond. All right, if I run the simulation here, this is the simulation, and let us say this is the trigger pulse. You can see perfectly this is the trigger pulse, and now the output of this operational amplifier is, you can see as soon as you apply the trigger pulse, it has some stable state before that, As soon as you apply a negative trigger pulse, your output become unstable and it is having now minus 12 volt, okay, until your time period t equals to 100 millisecond, right? So you can see the charging behavior of this capacitor. As soon as you apply a negative pulse, your capacitor is being charged negatively up to beta into minus VCC, that means minus 6 volt, okay. Then after that, at period from here to here, your op amp output is unstable, and then again it goes to high, and it goes to high, and it is holding now a stable state until you will have another negative pulse, another trigger pulse. As soon as you apply your second trigger pulse here, this is the second trigger pulse. So your output of your operational amplifier now become unstable again. Now become unstable again, you can see, and your capacitor start charging again until beta into minus VCC. So you can see after this time period your output become stable again. This is stable, okay, and your capacitor now discharging and it holds a state a certain voltage. This is 0.7 or 0.5 volt. This is the diode forward voltage drop. You can see this is not zero, it is something voltage here. This is red line, okay. So this is V trigger, this color is V trigger, this is V out, and this is red is V charging. So you can see as soon as you apply a negative trigger voltage at your input, your output will become unstable and it goes towards negative saturation. And after a time period t, let's say for 100 millisecond, 104 millisecond, it it has now again become a stable, and it hold a stable state unless and until the second trigger pulse is not applied, right? Once you applied a second trigger pulse, it the output of operational amplifier again will become unstable, okay, for the time period, then again it goes to a stable state, okay. So that is how you can see the behavior of op amp monostable, right? And the trigger pulse status, the V out pin status, and the capacitor charging status. Let me zoom it, you can see the better view now, and you can also see a better view here now. So hope you understand the concept for monostable multi-vibrator, right? If you have any question, feel free to ask me.